Hello everybody, this is Easy Drawings, one of the chillest drawing channels ever, because I don't update enough, but I am going to update more. Hopefully I mean that this time. It has to do with timing, things of that sort. Today, I'm Enrique, by the way, hopefully, I don't know if I said that. We're going to be going over two different kinds of Spawn skulls. Spawn is like seriously one of my favorite characters of all time. It was a character I was obsessed with back in the heyday, right when Spawn was huge, like in, what was it, 97, 96? It was like the biggest, what was it, this best-selling comic book for 5 years. It was great. They brought in all these cool writers in the beginning, like, I think like Neil Gaiman did stories, right? Stuff like that. Anyways, we're going to go over the two different ways to draw Spawn's skull insignias. The ones he has on his chest and things like that. They kind of, the old version's pretty cool, and then they have like the new one, which is like all decked out, which I really like too. It's more organic looking. It really came around, I think, with Greg Capullo. I'm not sure, but he would just go extreme with that. So let's draw both versions. I'm going to draw the real simplistic version, which I liked, and that's going to be very flat on top. By the way, what I'm using right now is a PITT artist pen, Faber-Castell. It's essentially a really nice marker because it doesn't have this nasty stink to it, the way a lot of markers do. The old one's like, it reminds me of like a toy skull. You're thinking of like very simple shapes. You could probably carve this thing out of wood. Essentially that basic shape. And if it was slightly turned that way, it has this look. Essentially flat as well on that side. Real basic. Its eyes. That's cool triangles. You start with the cool triangles. And then you pull up. Goes into the contour of the whole thing. Like it kind of follows this roundness at the top here. Very, very well designed. Oh snap! The inside's gonna be black, so it's not too big a deal if I screw up. One of the more annoying and hard things I would think in drawing would be evening things out. Fill this in. You can fill it in with green if you want. Black's good enough. I'm going over this one relatively quick. It's like I said, looks like it was made in a candy store. Looks like a candy, really. It might have had Spawn candy, I'm not sure. And that movie came out. Oh, okay, so you kind of have that jack-o'-lantern look too, the jack-o'-lantern nose. Movie came out like in '97, I think. I don't remember how old I was, but I went to the theater and watched it. I really liked it as a kid, and you know what? I like it as an adult too. Even though I know it's a bad movie, it's a terrible movie. It's like a laughably bad movie, but I like it still. I got that nostalgia thing, and I'm very aware of that, and I admit that. It is purely a nostalgia thing. I do not think it's a good movie. Why don't they just get Danny DeVito instead of John Leguizamo? That was kind of weird. So that's kind of that basic first skull, which was great. It was iconic, great for logos, great for printing, everything. It was just freaking awesome in its own way. It has a more artificial look. Like I said, it looks like it came off a factory line. That kind of. I don't know if that went into it. I doubt it. They're not like the, like those other ones that are, like sometimes like Star Wars. Certain things are made because they know they're gonna make toys out of them. So I like designed a certain way. But let's go over the other way. The other way is like this screwed up, jacked up skull, and it's more organic. It reminds me a lot more of. What does it remind me of? I don't know. It just looks like they took that and it came to life. So I'm gonna start with like straight up angry eyes. Those anger eyes, which look really cool when animals are angry. And that guy has straight up. I'm going the way. Right now I'm using a Micron 08. Pigma Micron 08. I'm just using it to throw in some lines here. I'm not even penciling it in. If you need to pencil in, do it. I just think it saves time not to. It forces me to kind of think on my feet a little bit. But you don't have to. You really don't have to. Just anger. It has this these lines to these striations of anger striations, like, oh, you're making that scrunched up face. You want that, so it's all coming from here, it's radiating around. And then the nasal bone here, this is straight, like a straight up skull. Dimples that skull has. They don't really have it on that design, but pulls in here. Kind of not too, they're both going to be facing that way. Zygomatic arch, that arch of your chin, you can touch your face, right? Your cheekbone, that's the zygomatic arch, that stuff you're touching. And that is pulled out exaggerated style. And it gets crazy. I'm not going to do it too crazy, but it gets really pulled out on some designs. And that pulls right back in. Right down. And these things are fangs now for a lot of them. These things are fangs. Let's go to the top here. You got that brow along with the anger. So he's not even that angry. It's angry-ish. He's pretty angry. Like, he's stern. Like he's like your parent. You're like, no, you are angry. And we throw in that little head shape on this guy. And I am going to go in to those teeth as well. So this right here, I almost consider this a start. Like, this is almost starting, because there's so much detail in some of these that I'm going to put some shadow down here. Let's turn that way. Oh snap, yeah, they have a line up there. I'll do that in a bit here. So I'm going to have another micron. I'm going to have a thicker micron, really. Oh, this is thicker? I need thicker. I guess I'll just stay with the same micron. This is the thickest one I got. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to try to kind of shade things out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little bit more emphasis on the eyeball here. On the eye, It's not really the eyeball. Just straight up around the eye. You want that graphic shape. This guy's designed so good. He's very similar to Batman in that way too. Those eyes that you see, like, they identify them very quickly. Along with, like, most graphic design, you want to find something to really identify them quickly through silhouette or just anything. Like the simplest form, you'll know who they are, and those characters stick with you in your mind a lot more when you do that. So it's a scam. No, I'm kidding. It's just technique. It's a rule of thumb, it's a principle, it's a whatever you want to call it. Ding, 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 ding. So this part's pretty boring, so I'm going to just speed through this. So just chill out. Anyways, that's pretty much it. That was the fast-forwarded version, so you don't get bored watching me like do all this stuff. These little nicks and scratches are essentially small ways of just showing off the different forms on this guy, because this guy's much more dimensional than that. And this dude, I do like this a lot. I like this more. This is more my style, organic. I love drawing organic stuff. But yeah, that's kind of it. What do you guys want to see in the videos, in the next videos? Please let me know. That's my big favor to ask of you guys. What do you want to see? And what can I go over? And I'll see what I can do. I'm working on those videos. So, see you later, guys. And chill out. I don't know. I don't have a catchphrase. Maybe what should be my catchphrase? My sign out catchphrase. See ya.